Onward. Just saw Onward today. It's the new Disney Pixar movie all about these two brothers named Ian, voiced by Tom Holland, and Barley, voiced by Chris Pratt. So two MCU members come back together. This one is just about Ian. He's having his 18th birthday, I think, his 17th or 18th birthday, and the mother says, "Hey, I was supposed to give this to you once you were both over 16." And it's a magic spell that can bring their father back for one day. Just for one day until the sun sets. And it's them going on this quest to find this other gem because they only get half of their father back because they didn't do the spell right. So it's just them going to find this other gem, and you follow them along with it. This is fine. It's a fine Disney movie. I was really disappointed, isn't the right word. I was just a little let down with how the comedy was and how the story was going. It was very, very slow for the first act. For the first 20-30 minutes, I'm like, why are we here? Can't we get to this plot? I know we need to get to know the characters, but I'm not being given enough to really care. You don't really start giving us any real story until you get to the 40-45 minute mark, and by that point, you have almost lost me. Because it's incredibly slow, but once we get on this quest, it starts turning around almost instantly. It's a fun movie. It's fine. It's just one that don't go into it expecting the movie that you're getting from the trailer. Go into this movie expecting a very slow first act with some good voice acting and a fun time at the movies. It's not one that I'm going to highly recommend, especially if you're going to bring your kids, because, well, unless you have like a really little kid, because there was this little kid in my row that was having the time of his life during the last act of this movie, where all the huge action scenes are going on. He was having the time of his life, and it was awesome that he was having the time of his life. More power to you, little man. But this movie is just okay. Julie Louis-Dreyfus also plays the mother. She's fantastic in this. I really enjoyed portions of this movie, but since it had such a very slow start for me, and I didn't really care for a lot of the story, the emotional aspects that you get with all of these Disney Pixar movies didn't really hit me all that much. I didn't really care about what happened, but it gave me a little bit of a tug. Enough to where I felt something, but it wasn't like a full-on cry like a Toy Story 3, which I shouldn't compare that to because we just got to know these characters, and I don't think that Onward is going to do good enough to get a sequel. If it does, we might get one 16 years down the line, but Onward, perfectly fine. Just a throwaway Disney film that I am not going to see very often, but I am going to pick up when it goes down cheap enough. It's a Disney movie worth watching. Not in the theaters. Wait till it comes to Disney Plus or on DVD and Blu-ray here in a few months. But if you are a hardcore Disney fan like I am, definitely go and support this Disney movie in theaters. I'm going to give Onward a B-.